The Mulberry Phosphate Museum presents Full Steam Ahead, a complimentary video to accompany our Full Steam Ahead boxes. This is part of our Winter 2021 playlist, and the episode is Ice Sculptures. In this installment, we look at the freezing point of water, which is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. That's when water changes from a liquid to a solid due to cold conditions. Up north, roadways will actually freeze over. In order to avoid this dangerous condition, salt is added, which lowers the freezing point of water, meaning it must be much colder in order for ice to form. In our box, find a solo cup, the 2 colors of dye, salt, and 2 pipettes in order to complete this activity. Take your solo cup and fill about halfway full with water. Then you're going to need to freeze the water overnight. Once my water became cold enough, it froze solid. Next, you're going to take that cup of ice, and you can either wait for it to melt slightly to pop it out, or take some scissors and cut down the side, and it should open up, revealing your ice block. For this activity, you'll want to place your ice on a deep dish or tray because it will start to melt. With our pipette, go ahead and pick up some of the dye and place it over the top of the ice and see what happens. Not very much. The dye runs off the side a little bit, stays where the ridges are, but no noticeable changes. Try another color, see if the results are any different. No, not much. Sort of sits on tops and runs over the sides. Now take salt provided in your box and sprinkle over the top and wait. You'll notice that there's already a bit of a cracking sound. If you can see closely enough, you'll notice that water is already starting to form on top of my ice. The dye helps to show how much liquid is actually on top. Alternate using your salt and dye in order to create an ice sculpture that's organic and fun. You'll notice that parts with salt start to melt much more quickly than parts without salt. When we add the dye, the shapes that are being created are more clearly seen, including the different striations in the ice. As it melts, you'll notice that you have quite an organic ice sculpture. It's a lot of fun, and this can be done by freezing ice in different containers so that you have different shapes, and of course using different dye, and a fun way to see how salt lowers the freezing point of water. Hope you've enjoyed this installment of Full Steam Ahead Winter 2021 Ice Sculptures.